Well, I figured out a way to pretty much overcome my mistake. The bad line, I don't have to weld that up. It'll just be cut out. Part of the removed part, I will have to weld up like this little bit here, and there will be a little bit of a wide gap right here. But other than that, the rest of it will get cut out. So not too bad of a mistake. And then I redid this side correctly. So back to cutting. Here. Wow.
Convertible now.
Yeah. Alright, I set the lid back on, and my hinge lined up pretty good. Actually, very good. Maybe just a little bit of file and it's going to fit in there perfect. You can see, like my line I marked before I chopped the top, it's pretty dead on. So that's good. Gonna have to, go around, do a little filing, a little fitting. This is up a little bit high. This little piece here, corner, needs to be trimmed a little bit, and this needs to be trimmed and filed a little bit. But overall, it's fitting pretty good. Not bad for an initial fit. This is where I messed up and did that cutter there. Yeah, and this right here too. I may have to, well, I'm gonna have to probably cut out a patch or something, a strip that goes in there. Yeah, not bad. Haven't tried this door yet because I only have one. Oh well. No, I could do that. I only have one small pair of vice grips that'll fit to hold it in place. But now that that hinge pin's in on that side, I can use it for this side. So I'll go test fit this side too. Alright, got the driver's door fit and looks good on my mark there. But as I go back, it's a little bit high, so that means I'm going to have to take some off of the B-pillar. Or the back here. I'm going to start out by putting just a couple of tacks on the outside of this B-pillar. Just to get everything lined up. I got the top on there pretty square and even. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm only going to put a couple tacks on the outside because later on I'm going to take a strip out of here, weld the inside portion, and weld it back together. After the B-pillar was tacked, I went back and lined this line up and just put a tack. Same over here. So that kind of gets the four corners in the back there tacked. And then up front, without any slices or anything, I pulled the A-pillar up to match this area here and this area. So later on, I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just make one slice up, probably to where the bracket is on the inside, and then I'll pull this back and it'll line up. I'll show you on the other side. So again, I tacked it here with this corner, this front lined up. The inside here is just going to take a tiny little, come on camera, it's going to take a tiny little tap with a hammer to bend that in, and that'll be good. And then see how there's a little overhang right here? It's too small. I'm thinking if I take a slice up to that bottom of this bracket right here, I'll be able to spread this out a little bit to get that lined up. And then this one here, probably just make a small slice and bend this bottom part in. It's not off very much, very little. So that's the plan. But first, with that tacked straight like this, I'm going to put on my windshield frame and kind of see how that looks. And it looks like the windshield is going to fit nice. So I do have to modify this windshield frame. When I took it off, it's like a 1/2 inch out of square. The windshield itself is cut a 1/2 inch out of square. So that's why the clamps there is to kind of pull it square, which it will be when I get done with it. But overall, with the A-pillars pulled out like that, it's going to be a nice fit. So that's a good thing. Alright, onward. This part here only needs a little tap with a hammer to line it up right. Perfect. That all feels good. So I'm just working my way around. I wanted to get this area of the rear pretty straight and flush and tack welded in several places. I think they call this the sail panel. It's gonna have to definitely, it sticks out farther. See if I can get in there. The top sticks out farther than the bottom, so that's why a lot of people will take a slice, I think, to push this in, pull it in. So I'm gonna wait. I wanted to get this line lined up because that would be hard to change. So I started there, and then all this was pretty flat. So I was able to do that. I left this portion. It lines up pretty good, but I'm gonna fix that once this is tacked better. So I went over to this side and did that. Now the quarter. See if I can get a good shot of that. See how it kind of like is bent in more? The other side is the same way. And if you try to just pull it out and then tack it and stuff, well then the force of the metal pulling in pulls it in, and then when you look at it from the front like this, you'll see like it kind of goes in and then out. So what I want to do is I want to relieve the stress that's on this portion pushing it in. So I'm going to go ahead and slice along here and physically pull this metal out until it sits without any stress on it, even with this. And we'll see how that goes. Alright, let me throw a tack in there and see how that looks. And I think that looks okay. Yeah, I think that looks good. Can't physically see any like bow in there, so I think that's good, and then this will move over. Let me show you how much I had to slice it to get it lined up. I made this piece of wood to simulate my window frame and to get it all straight. So I had to do a slice down that way, a little bit of a slice up that way for it to all line up. I'll go ahead and tack that up now. I made a little filler patch for the upper part, and now I'm just going to go ahead and weld that in and grind it down, and I want to just finish it off just to show to myself that I have accomplished something here. Side profile. Alright everybody, it's a long process doing this, and I have a lot of details about the cuts and stuff I put to show you guys, so I think I'm going to cut this video short now and then continue on the next one. Thanks for watching, appreciate all you guys. It's looking pretty cool, I think. I'll see you on the next one.